Hey, what's up, TFS members? This is Skylar, your program director, coming with Workshop Wednesdays. Pretty much in this tutorial, I'm just going to be showing some Premiere shortcuts. They're going to be showed at the bottom part of the screen in post. So you'll be seeing shortcuts right here. I'm just going to be touching up on what Socks did last week, or a few weeks ago, and just messing around with some footage that I just shot. And I'm just going to be showing y'all some effects. And so we have some footage right here. I'm going to open up a new project. Also mind if I'm coughing or anything, I'm a little bit sick. So I'm going to start a new project. I'm just going to call this record player. And you're going to want to click browse. Go to your hard drive. Go to whatever project you're working on and make sure you always put it in the right folder. So once we're in Premiere, this is how I have my Premiere set up. I have source and program in the same tab. I have all my footage right here, my timeline, my other tools right there, and an audio meter right here. So to begin importing a quick way, you can either double click right there, or you can press Command-I on Mac. So we're just going to be taking the footage and some sound effects that I have for old record player. Here's some of that footage right here. Just have 6 different clips. 2 are regular speed, and then 3 of them are slow motion. So to view these, we can just see it right here, and it's all black and white. So you can easily scrub through just by grabbing the clip, just moving it over this way. And then if you ever have something where there's multiple clips in one take, you can mark in and out points and make subclips. So first I'm going to make a new bin and call it subclips. That's subslips. 1 second. There we go. Okay. So the way that you do subclips is you mark in and out points. So you find where you want to start it, and you press I, and then you can just kind of scrub through and figure out where you want to stop. Press O for out, and then the command to make a subclip, you can just press Command U. It's going to pop up and make a subclip, and it's going to look like this right here. So you can just drag that into your subclip folder. So I'm just going to make a few subclips right now, just of different little parts. And we'll do that. Another subclip. Okay, so that should be sped up for you guys watching, so I don't have to watch me just continuously make the same thing over and over again. So what I'm wanting to do is start out with this super slow-mo shot, and then speed ramp at the end, into the next shot, and then speed ramp again, until we see the full view of the record player. So to just start a new sequence, I like to make sequence bins and just call them SEQ. And like you probably learned in 2371 or whatever class you've had editing, you can just drag over a clip into the sequence, and it's going to make one of these. You usually don't want these mixed up in your clip, so that's why I like to make sequence folders. So now we have this, which I actually said that I wanted to start out smaller, so I'll do this. It's asking me if I want to keep settings, which I don't. 1 second. Okay, there we go. That's much better. So now when I drag that in, it should be... No? Okay. 1 second. Technical difficulties here. Keep existing settings. Also, if you ever have a gap, you can just ripple delete and it moves everything over. It's really handy. So let me just figure out what I'm doing here real quick. Change. Okay, that's much better. That's what I'm looking for. But let's start out with this one. Keep it existing settings. So when you have a slow-mo clip like this, you can just go and usually you can match frame or set scale. So scale frame size. There we go. That's about right. So this should be super slow-mo. It's about 120 frames a second. And then we can move on to our next one, which I think is 75. It's a little bit more out. So we're pretty much going from 1K to 2K, 3K, 4K. That's how our footage is looking for this. I don't think I want that much. So also you can hit C to move to the cut tool. So we're probably going to get a few seconds of that. And then you can hit V to go back to your pointer. And then you can ripple delete again. And then if you don't like cutting, you can always scrub in and out right here, and it will cut it or make it longer. Even if you do cut it, so say that you cut right there, and you delete that part, you can always get it back. But say that you subclipped it, you can only go so far to where you subclipped. So you have to be mindful of that when you're doing that. So let's go to this one. And I liked this 3 clip better because it was a little bit darker. And so when I recorded this, I didn't record audio, but it still had audio tracks. And you can separate these by Command L for linking. And then it highlights both, and those audio clips are gone. So now we're going to check and see how much time we want of this. That's probably about right. So now we're going to have the next clip, which we need to set to the scale to frame size. Let's scale this one to frame size too. So now everything should be the same scale, except for this one for some reason. It's really weird. It's very odd. I don't know, that's not what I was wanting to do. So let me see if I can just scale in just a little bit more here. There we go, that seems about right. So sometimes that doesn't work and it just leaves little bars right here. So I did shoot this in widescreen. It should be alright now. Yeah, so you always want to make sure if you're cropping in or shooting on a camera that crops that you want no black bars anywhere really. Unless if you are trying to emulate like a widescreen look. So now that we're in here, I'm just going to go through and get a little bit of each one of these clips, just kind of eyeing it. So you can also, when you have it highlighted, you can press the delete key. It's a good, easy shortcut to know for that. So this is what we're looking at first. Kind of want to make that a little bit shorter. I'm going to try to speed through some of this. We'll make this one a little bit longer. There we go. So pretty much I'm just going to be speeding up to regular speed. So you're going to want to double click on the video so that you can see these levels for the speed. These are speed levels. And you should be able to right click. No, here, hold on. Yeah, so you're going to have to go individual one. Right click them, go show, and then click on speed. So now it's going to give you a little gray bar right here. It's going to allow you to make keyframes, which I'll show you how to do. It's in the effects, and then you're able to do this thing called time remapping, where it can be a different speed at a different part of the clip. So very neat effect that a lot of people like to use on their films and any like action videos and such. So I'm going to see that. So we're going to want a speed ramp right here. So we're going to go to speed, and we can remap right here, and it's going to make a marker right there. So let me see if I can kind of zoom out a little bit here. So there's a marker right there. You can kind of barely see it. It's right there. One second. Alright, I was messing up there for a second. I don't know what I made. Okay, so make sure you highlight whatever clip you're doing. We're just going to make a marker where you don't want it. So highlight the clip that you want, place the marker where you would want it, then go to speed, put a marker, and it will pop up like this. So now you can move that marker wherever you really want to. It's nice to be able to get like a whole marker right there. And now I have them a little spaced out. So you're going to want 2 markers to be able to do this speed remapping. So you're going to make another marker. You'll be able to move that marker like so. And then when you speed it up, you'll have it like that. So now we can have this all the way over and this all the way over. So we kind of speed up. I don't think we're going to want it that much. 125 should be fine. Let's check and see how it looks. So yeah, it kind of speeds up at the very end. You might want that a little bit more over this way. So now it looks like the effect, you're kind of wanting it to be smooth. So you're going to want it to start off really gradually onto the next clip and have the next clip at about the same speed so it doesn't look too jarring for your audience. It's going to be a lot more relevant when you come over here. Here, actually, I'll make it look a lot better right here. So let me click on that. We'll make a speed marker. Come over here. Make another speed marker. So now when you lift that level, make it really fast. And then we'll go a lot faster right there at that point. Or we can make it go a lot slower. And it's gonna drag out your timeline too when you do that. So then it's like that. But make sure that you try to film in the right frame rate when you're doing it. So if you don't, then it might mess up your clip. So let me come back into here and make this a little bit smoother. Make that at the end. Okay, and then we're going to have this one come over about right there. I'm going to speed this up at about 140 this time. So you should be able to tell a difference. Yeah, there we go. Now we're going to right click that, click on this, and come back into here and make another marker. Make a marker right here. We're speeding this one up. Oh, what's happening here? So now we're going to speed that up quite a lot that time, just to see how it looks. So this is our timeline so far. You can always try to make it look more perfect by matching the right frame, which I might just do. So that one's right there. That point, so just going to quickly be doing this so that y'all can kind of see what I'm talking about. So. Okay, so that should be pretty smooth in there. I'm going to do this now. So it should look pretty seamless. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. So now we're going to add audio onto it, and we're just going to make the audio go really low to really high, which you can map just the same as this. Also, it's really nice to be able to save, so that's another good shortcut that I can show you guys. For that, you just command S, and it saves the project right there. And then when you want to zoom out and zoom in, you can hit the Z button, and then you're able to zoom in. Or you can just press the plus and minus key on your keyboard. And then you can always go back to your mouse by pressing V. Alright, let's go into our VFX. See how these sound. I haven't even listened to them. So then this one's a needle scratch. What we could actually kind of do is do a remapping on this end clip. Just want to make sure that I have that enabled. Okay, great. So now we're just going to speed ramp down. Lengthen it out. And so just going to do almost like a little glitch effect at the end where it's just going to scratch for a brief moment. You don't want to hold it for too long. Okay. That's about right. Right there, we're going to want that scratch noise. Actually make it go under and make kind of almost like a little J cut. Okay, so when it's kind of the same principle as before, so you're going to be double clicking on your audio line. You're going to be pressing P for the marker tool to make keyframes. This time you don't even have to enable anything. So you can just come over here, and we're going to cut and make this start a little earlier. So, actually kind of want to see this dim a little bit more. Okay, great. So you usually want to put 2 markers just so it can have an idea of where you're wanting it to kind of ramp up to. It's an easy way how to kind of fade in. So I did say that I wanted this to be really low at first. So I'm going to make a few markers here. And now we're getting somewhere. We're going to want this one to be at a regular volume. And then now we should be done with this. So we can restart. Kind of fades in. It's neat. It almost actually sounds good all by itself, but we're going to add a fade onto this, so we're going to double clip right here. Add a few different keyframes. You're going to want it to start really low. I'm just going to fade up to this point right there. You want it really abrupt, so we're going to have a really steep. This is kind of what we're looking at here. It's not the most interesting thing, but it's a good tutorial. Keyframes and other little shortcuts. So this was a really short tutorial for you guys. Also, if you ever want to see a full screen of this screen right here to see, like if you're showing friends, clients, anything, you can press this little squiggle key. It's going to pop up on your screen when you see it. And you're able to see it in full screen without having to export it. So that's really neat. And then you can also do that for any of these boxes as long as there's a highlight around them. Anything. So I think that's about it for this Workshop Wednesday. It was really short, I think. I'm not too sure how long it was. But expect a tutorial over hard drive organization and how to organize your hard drive in different folders and such next Wednesday. So thanks for watching, guys, and have a good rest of y'all's week.